Welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode 169, I believe. Damn, I should have worn my limited edition episode 69 merch. So should have you.
Yeah.
Nobody else
right
in the
over
world
there.
has that, but me and you do, so that's a W.
Mhm. Yeah,
There's probably like one other person, but you know, W.
right.
169, we're here with Wonder. It's a random Monday. Where like
Mhm.
the only thing I have two things to talk about. I guess maybe we can get into a third, but we kind of just talked about it before the show started, so I don't know if there's a point. But yeah, how's your week going, Wonder?
Well, it's Monday, so it went like a Monday.
Well, how's your week since the last time we recorded, Ben? I should say. How about that?
Oh. I mean, it was good last week because I only worked, I worked that Monday and Tuesday, and then I took Wednesday, Thursday off, and I only work 4-day weeks usually. So I had Wednesday through Sunday off, which went really fast. I had my lady friend down here. We had lots of fun. Also, you and I went to the movie.
That's true.
That was pretty good. I enjoyed myself there.
I feel like I'm going to have to go back and see that movie again like next week when my back no longer hurts.
Yeah, you didn't look like you were enjoying yourself very well.
No, I squirmed like a motherfucker. Dude, my back hurts.
Adjusting the chair.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't find a spot that didn't fucking kill me. It was bad. I was getting fucked up.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Anyway, my good week is followed by an extra shitty week. I know it's gonna suck really bad because the water comes in today. I got bumped to crew for Wednesday, so that means I get to go babysit water all day long Wednesday. And because I am the last person to turn on the canal, I don't start my ride until Friday.
Nice.
So I get to work a full 40-hour week and then work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and 7 days a week from then on. So therefore,
7 days a week starting today, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. But instead of working 2 or 3 hours a day for 7 days a week, I get to work. Probably end up working 80 hours this week.
Nice.
But the only good part about that is I get time and a half comp time on Friday and the double time comp time on Saturday and Sunday.
Nice.
So, but I can't use that until 4 months from now.
Valid.
Because we can't take time off when we have water.
Right.
And
hey, you're gonna use that. I know when you're gonna use that time off, though. Maybe. At least I hope. I still hope.
We'll see.
That'll cost you money, so who knows?
Yeah. And I got a lot of. And another good thing that I found out today. We got a 10% raise today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
more money.
I mean, I'll take a $250 raise.
Absolutely.
And then also in June when they reschedule or rework our contracts and stuff, we get we're taking at least a 3% raise, and they're going to be doing surveys, and they possibly might give us another 8% raise in June. Plus, in 5 months, I'll be getting another 5% raise. So I'll be making like, up there, kind of closer to where I want to be,
Sure.
It's not, extraordinary pay, but it's actually where I might be starting to make money, instead of just breaking even every damn month.
Fair. Get that.
But not the only good news I'm going to get this week. I'm pretty sure.
Also fair. I'm boring. Basically nothing has happened since last week other than my back has been in pain. So
well, yeah, I mean, I expect you to not do anything.
Yeah. I've streamed and then gone and laid in bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost fully better now though, so that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
It's almost there. No, so the WWE announced their World Heavyweight Championship tournament. You know, the tournament for the consolation prize
Mm-hmm.
because nobody can beat Roman.
Right.
So when they announced the title, they were like, whatever brand drafts Roman Reigns, this title will go to the other brand and it will only be competed for by wrestlers from that brand. Except, so Roman went to SmackDown, so the title goes to Raw. But the tournament to crown the first champion will have one. The end of the tournament will be at Night of Champions in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be between one Raw superstar and one SmackDown superstar. Why? It's Raw's title. Yeah, I don't know.
Just give it to him now.
But, fuck it. Yeah, Roman's going to end up getting a third belt if the SmackDown guy wins.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about it. But so tonight, Cody Rhodes got to take part in this tournament. Dude's just eating a meat log.
Mm-hmm. Meeting up.
Hot dog?
No.
That does just look like a hot dog, man.
No.
It's probably because you just have the blue lights of your LEDs and not your light.
Yeah, but I'm eating a Tijuana Mama.
Huh. Yeah, he has a $100 Elgato key light that I don't think he has ever turned on.
Oh, I have.
Oh, have
I
you?
have.
Okay.
Yep. I usually use it when I stream.
You've streamed twice. Ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's going to change once I get into my 3-hour-a-day work and then have nothing to do.
Homie doesn't make himself look good for the podcast. I see how it is. He just looks blue.
No, I try to keep myself as blue as possible because it hides all the blemishes.
Ah.
Except the ugly.
Well. So Cody Rhodes was taking part in this World Heavyweight Championship tournament, which makes no sense. Because if Cody were to win it, it truly does become a consolation prize.
Mm-hmm.
But having him in the tournament, you have to get rid of him somehow. He has to lose without losing and damaging his build. Yeah. So, yeah, they just had Brock Lesnar attack him in the middle of the match to let Finn Balor win, which kind of just makes Finn Balor's win look less
winny.
Yeah, like that didn't make anyone look good. You could have just totally not put Cody in the tournament.
Right.
Like that's garbo. I hate it. I'm mad. And I'm also mad because we're not getting Finn versus Seth in the final for the tournament, which is who it should have been. We're getting that tonight. And then we know whichever one of those two assholes wins is winning the fucking belt anyways.
Right.
The dude from SmackDown is not going to win. You just spoiled the show when you could have just had it be an all Raw thing and ended with Finn and Seth. And then everybody actually goes, well, shit, who's actually going to win it?
Mm-hmm.
Finn has beaten Seth almost every fucking time. But now you don't care. This match doesn't matter. It's just like, one of those two wins. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
They just doled what will be the best match of the tournament. For no reason, and it sucks. I'm sad and mad. I'm sad and mad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally could have made the dude be like, you know what?
Well,
this thing doesn't even really matter. I'm not going to waste my time showing up
Cody,
or some stupid shit like that.
Cody could have just totally had an entire fucking promo where he just goes, I can't go after this title. I can't. I have to beat Roman. I have to finish the story. Homie just Dr. Peppered all over his pants.
I did. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm upset. I need a I have a towel.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. That's it's pretty stupid, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we can get Cody versus Brock Lesnar again for no fucking
Oh
reason.
boy.
We literally just saw that at the last pay-per-view. You could have just moved on. Found a better person for Cody to fight with. That's one of the issues with not giving Cody the belts at Mania. I didn't want them to, but not giving them to him then and then putting him on the opposite brand of Roman, what does he do for the next year?
Right.
Like, what does he do? Because he can't go after the other title, so he just has to fucking hang out, I guess. He's just chilling. I don't know if I said it on this podcast or on just on Twitch streams, but Money in the Bank is in July. And, you know, the Money in the Bank contract, whoever wins that ladder match has a contract where for the next year, at any time, they can cash in the contract for a title match or to be included in one. So, like, everybody hates me for saying this so much. Logan Paul should win it. Because it would fucking suck.
Mm-hmm.
It's the guy nobody wants to have it. Nobody wants Logan Paul to have that briefcase and that contract and that option. So you give it to him because then every championship match that exists, everybody's worried about, okay, well, like Cody finally gets his moment at WrestleMania. He beats Roman. But he's fucked up because he just went to battle with the fucking tribal chief.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Paul's music hits. He runs down to the ring, hits one move, and Cody held the title for less than a minute.
That would suck.
But that would be every single title match. You'd be thinking, is Logan just going to show up? And I think it would be funnier if for every title match, Logan just came out and sat on commentary. So he's there. The threat of it is actually there every time. Dude, tell me that wouldn't be incredible.
You should be the fucking writer for all this shit.
I know.
Just
we've seen my
like
D&D
$150K
games
a year to fucking write.
We've seen some my D&D games. I'm able to come up with a story. Everybody cried last game. It was pretty sad.
That was a little messed up.
Hey, honestly though, wasn't even my story that caused the issue.
I know. But you allowed it to happen.
Well, yeah, that's kind of my thing as the DM. I'll let you do it. You may not like the consequences of whatever you're trying to do, but I'll let you do it. Give her a go.
I just love my character because he feels in a way almost invincible. Although it does suck when I get the shit kicked out of me. It does not feel well. But like I feel like I can't die. Like I feel like I'm mortal almost in a way because I feel like I have my god at my back, you know?
Yeah.
Which partially I do because that's where all my power comes from. But, you know, I literally got impaled underneath both my ribs and survived. Mm-hmm. Walked back to the canteen and was like, you know, I have, 1 HP, but whatever, it'll heal.
Yeah, I don't. Dude, I'm so annoyed at this stupid bitch. So, that sounds so rude. But the tweet that, so there were a lot of reports about Josh Allen cheating on his girlfriend that don't know how many. I still don't know if it's real. Josh hasn't confirmed it. Neither has the other person. So, we have no idea. And it's not that it matters. But the tweet that, went viral and broke this as big news for everybody to care about was, so apparently Josh Allen cheated on his longtime, now ex-girlfriend from high school, got the other woman pregnant, and it all blew up the day before the Bengals-Bills divisional playoff game. And then she posted the picture of Diggs yelling at Josh Allen, and says, which is why Diggs was yelling at him on the sidelines. No.
That's so stupid.
No. Diggs was yelling at him because he just threw a fucking interception in the fourth quarter. And didn't throw it to him.
Throw it to Diggs. Yeah.
Diggs is like, it's the biggest moment of the game. Give me the fucking ball. Don't throw it to Gabe Davis. What are you doing, dipshit?
Don't pull the Vikings, damn it.
Well, no. The Vikings, well, yeah, in the playoffs. Yeah, I guess you're right.
That's what
I was just thinking about against the Bills. It's like, no. When we needed it, it was 18.
Right. The Vikings should have did in the playoffs they did against the Bills.
Yeah. No, but it's one of those, like, that's so bullshit.
Well, that just makes that tweet completely not credible to me.
Like, I still do believe that it's possible that he did, but, like, who cares?
But yeah, it's not like he did anything illegal.
To me, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, cool, that sucks, or it doesn't. I don't care. Like, whatever. Why do we care about this stuff? Unless it was something that matters.
Right.
Fuck off. I don't need to know everything Josh Allen does in his personal life.
I mean, that's for him to care about and us to ignore.
Yeah, right.
It's stupid. It's personal matters.
Right.
Unless it's something illegal or something like that. That's the only time I care.
Right, because that impacts whether he can play or not, which...
Right, and not only that, I'm not going to idolize somebody who's a criminal and a jackass.
That's fair.
No.
And yes, cheating on your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, not great. But also, who fucking cares?
Maybe you don't know you don't know both sides of the story.
Right? Who knows?
She could have been a bitch or something. And he just said, whatever. Yeah.
Or who knows? Maybe she cheated on him and he revenge cheated. Who knows? Or none of it's real and people are just dragging Josh Allen, which is just shitty too.
Right. They literally could have just came to an agreement and said, you know what, this isn't working out.
We don't even know if they're broken up.
Yeah.
Like,
nothing's
there is
been confirmed by him or her.
Zero information. It's the stupidest shit of all time. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. Oh. Okay, maybe it is confirmed.
Oh.
So Brittany Williams is his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend now's name.
Mm-hmm.
And her friends kept posting selfies with her at the Kentucky Derby that said, @BritWill is now accepting husband applications. So her friends aren't going to be announcing their engagement. So that's what a boyfriend is. It's the application to be a husband. Come on now.
Right, I get that.
So basically her friends are saying she's single now to the internet.
So they broke up. So technically, what they're saying is they broke up at the Kentucky Derby.
Well, no, they broke up, and her friends. They were just at the Kentucky Derby, her and her friends, and they were posting
Josh
selfies
Allen
from
was there too.
Oh, was he?
Yes.
Huh.
So did they go separately, or did they go together and then they fucking found out there? Like,
I didn't know that part. They must have separately. They broke up at the place? I don't fucking know. I genuinely don't.
I bet they both had tickets, and he just said, "Hey, do you want your ticket to the Kentucky Derby so you can still go?" Or
yeah, we still want to go. Like, I don't care. Cool. Oh yeah, he was there. That's an interesting suit, Josh.
Yeah, because he was betting on horses.
Ah.
And I found out that a horse that had 16 to 1 odds won the race, and I was like, I swear to God, Josh Allen's the one that fucking won that horse. That would be the funniest shit. Because somebody got rich off that horse, but if Josh Allen's fan, pocket change.
Right, yeah.
A rich guy bets on the 16 to 1 odd horse just for shits and giggles.
Really? God, what a weirdly lame story that's going to be. Cool. WWE's weird.
Yeah, we've determined this.
Yeah. Rhea Ripley, the current SmackDown Women's Champion, who's on Raw.
Uh-huh.
because this is why you don't do branded titles, you stupid fucks.
Mhm.
But whatever. Uh, yeah. Apparently, I guess she's just gonna face Natalia, whose like biggest accomplishment is that she's been a wrestler for 40 years. I don't fucking know. Like she doesn't have a character anymore. She just exists.
She's just there. She's a filler character, is what I call them.
Kinda. Like she's a legend, but I don't get what the point of this feud is gonna be. It's just
It's
gonna
like
exist. It's a
it's
filler
like Triple
feud.
H in his latter years, you know.
No, it's a filler feud because I think they're just waiting for Ronda Rousey to get healthy.
True.
So we'll
Yeah.
just use somebody that everybody knows the name of, whether they care or not. You know, because then it's still a big name.
Right. Well, I mean, she's a good filler person.
Yeah, like it works. It's just like that's boring. Do something cooler. Keep
Well,
the
you know-
Zelina Vega one going. That was better.
Right. Right. You know who's going to lose, you know?
Pretty much. I mean, I like to be surprised, so do it for me,
True.
WWE.
Right.
Have
Don't be so
Natalia win.
predictable.
That'd be sick, but they won't, so I don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
What the fuck are we talking about?
WWE.
No. Oh my god. People are weird.
Yeah.
No, so the big air quotes topic we have for tonight is quite interesting. This was almost a month ago at this point, but I just heard about it now. At the Philadelphia Phillies dollar hot dog night, it turned into a food fight and a bunch of fans got ejected. As yeah, the fan favorite game day took a viral turn Tuesday night in section 112. It started in our section with them having a hot dog eating contest, which is awesome. This kid was eating a bunch of hot dogs. He had 13. People were
Ugh.
trying to get him. People were like, eat another one, eat another one. So they started throwing hot dogs at him.
A wiener bombardment.
A guard came over and started yelling, and then it just went nuts. There's a video of all the hot dogs flying around. There's a video of hot dogs being thrown close enough that they almost get onto the field.
An artillery of wieners.
Yeah. At some point during the game, the Flying Franks turned into a big food fight. Jesus. Oh, that's funny. Why did they break it up, and why are people acting like that's a big deal? What dude doesn't want to get into a food fight?
Right. Who doesn't want to throw a hot dog as hard as they can?
Dude,
at
who
somebody
doesn't want to get
else's face?
pegged by a hot dog?
I mean, wait, what?
Phrasing. Dude, I knew I was going with hot dog, so I was only thinking about that, didn't think about what pegged would do in that situation.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
That choice of wording there was a little.
Yeah, it was phrasing existed. Uh-huh.
I mean, do whatever makes you happy, bud. It's 2023.
I guess.
Mm.
I guess.
Hot dogs are kind of cheap, so you don't have to use them quite as sparingly.
What is going on? Shit's weird. Oh, good.
Twitter's a strange land.
Twitter really is, and that's
I
like
get
all
on
I'm
there for
doing
like
right
5 seconds, and I'm like,
That's valid. That's valid.
what am I looking at?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So Cody Rhodes becomes on Saturday became the 7th person to beat Brock Lesnar in a match since he returned to WWE in 2012. Seven people. Yeah. Seth Rollins actually built an entire gimmick out of the fact that he beat Brock Lesnar. The Beast Slayer gimmick existed because he beat Brock Lesnar. That's it. And he rocked that gimmick for like a year.
True.
So, when people get mad that, why does WWE keep bringing in Brock Lesnar? Because they've turned him into one of the biggest names in the sport.
Yeah,
He's a
also
draw.
Kind of scary.
Well, that and
He's a scary person.
people who don't watch WWE know who Brock Lesnar is.
Right. Well, he did shit before WWE, but
Well, no, he
like Ronda Rousey.
He did football and then WWE and then went to the UFC.
And then came back.
Yeah. And then since then has been basically an unstoppable force.
Right. I didn't know him really know much of him until fucking I watched him in UFC.
Yeah.
Which he was,
I mean, he was a world heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the only people to ever be world heavyweight in both the UFC and WWE.
True.
So,
yeah. I don't know.
The NFL will have a Black Friday game this season.
Oh.
Why? Are the tickets at least going to be cheaper? Is it going to be free to watch? And ad-free? No, none of that. It'll be more expensive and lame. Oh, good. NFL games no longer belong to networks. All games are free agents. So a Thursday night game or a Monday night game can get flexed onto Sunday and it doesn't matter. ESPN no longer has to do, these are the only 16 games ESPN can do on Monday nights because that's the ones they own. No, you can swap any game, which is good for the NFL. We don't have to get the shitty Broncos on fucking prime time 18 times. Dude, it was so bad.
Yeah, I agree.
When bad teams are on prime time, it's awful. The only game on is the Broncos versus the Colts. That was disgusting.
It was the worst game I've almost ever seen, I think.
I'm so glad I didn't have to watch it. I was in San Diego for TwitchCon. I didn't see it.
Right.
I didn't see
That's
it.
Right.
But I checked the score after the game. Well, and we were at a Dave & Buster's, so it was like on, but I wasn't watching it. Like, I'm there with a bunch of cool people. I'm not fucking watching the football game. I don't care. Whatever.
Like, I got a kick out of somebody who was a big Broncos fan the next day. Goes, did you watch the Broncos game last night? And I was like,
sadly.
No.
Oh.
Somebody made a field goal. What the fuck you do?
Yeah, pretty much.
that was the most boring fucking game I've ever heard of. Like, I maybe like swapped through the TV, and because I had a singular fantasy player, I just had it up on the TV, and I was like, "Oh, it's third quarter, and there's no score."
Dude, and it wasn't one of those like it was a defensive masterclass from both teams where it's just the defenses are incredible. No, it was just an offensive disaster class.
Yes. Yep. I mean, the Broncos have pretty good defense.
Yeah.
They have horrifying offense because the Colts didn't have a very good defense, and they couldn't even.
Nope. It was tough.
I think there must have been a total of like 6 first downs between the two teams the entire game.
It really felt
I swear.
It was so
probably
bad.
not. I mean, there was probably a lot more than that, but I'm like, fuck, dude.
And then it went to overtime. We got extra of that.
I was like, oh my god, please somebody make a field goal so we don't have to go to overtime. It went to overtime.
It wasn't like the Bills-Vikings game where it's like, dude, we get more of this shit? Let's go.
Oh, fuck.
We get more? Let's see
Yeah.
it. It was great. We need more games like that.
It's slightly less great for me because it ended in a bad way for my team, but your team must have been ecstatic.
It was great. It was a good time. Being a realist as a fan of a team, I figured we would lose that game, so I was pumped.
Yeah, I know.
We were supposed to lose.
I was the first person you fucking texted after that game because
You
I
were
didn't
here.
actually get.
Oh yeah, but you left
Yes, I didn't actually get to see the end of the game
because you went to
because the Bills were kicking your ass to start with, and then all of a sudden
Well,
you guys
you
start
left it.
fucking
It was
your way
still
back.
close when you left. You just went to game night.
Yeah, yeah, and then I looked at the score kind of right before I got to game night, and I was like, "Oh, we got a pretty healthy lead. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. We got this." And then Justin Jefferson showed up, and your quarterback decided, "Oh, actually, I'm gonna just actually do the smart thing and throw to our number one
Well,
person in the fucking league." And,
you guys kind of forgot that Dalvin Cook existed.
wow, we've never been very good at stopping the run
Yeah,
ever.
but through 3 quarters, you had let him run for like 22 yards.
Right.
And then fucking 80 just cuz. Just pow. But yeah.
Well, he did that in mostly one run, so.
Well, yeah. But
I mean,
no,
yeah,
I mean he got the
for one
80-yard
play.
run. But yeah, you guys were up 27-10 in the third quarter.
Yep.
And yeah. Yeah.
Things took a turn for the worst on the Bills.
Things took a turn for the best.
I think they kind of just got a little too comfortable, and then Justin Jefferson said, "Hey, throw me the ball."
What's funny is both Kirk and Josh Allen kind of sucked. They both threw for 300. Josh 330, Kirk 357. Both had 1 touchdown and 2 picks.
Right.
It was just a Diggs and Jefferson bailing them out game. That's all it was.
Yeah. Well, also, we also had both quarterbacks getting pressured every fucking play.
Yeah.
Because
both
between
O-lines
Ed Oliver
sucked.
and then what's his face on your fucking
Danielle Hunter.
Danielle Hunter, they were both fucking having themselves a game.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, it was quite the. I mean, I actually went. That was the only game last year I actually went through and rewatched because I didn't get to see the whole game.
Yeah, worth it.
Yeah,
that's a game that's just worth watching randomly.
Like, even though we lost, it was one of the best games I've ever witnessed.
Oh, dude, it was so good.
Like I almost wish it was the Super Bowl. Like if that was the Super Bowl, that would have been fucking spectacular.
That would have been so sick.
I'd have been pissed, but it would have been spectacular.
I don't think you would have been though. You would have been disappointed. But again, it's the thing we've talked about. At least it wouldn't have been the Chiefs.
Right, and at least somebody who's never won the Super Bowl fucking wins the Super Bowl.
Yep. But then, I don't know, nobody wants the Vikings to win the Super Bowl. They don't want to deal with the Kirk Cousins narratives I'd push.
Right.
Well, it doesn't matter the quarterback. Whatever quarterback wins the Super Bowl for the Vikings is the greatest quarterback of all time. And I will push that narrative like a motherfucker. So people don't want to deal with the Kirk the GOAT narrative. I don't want to deal with it either, but I'm also rooting for him to do it. So,
I mean, you're rooting for it just because you want to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, I don't care.
They could be.
Let's go.
They could be fucking Brock Purdy for all you care.
Let's just go. I'm good. Let's go, Cuzzo. You got this. So teams can also now play on Thursday night twice. That's disgusting. So 2 short weeks every year for teams like the Bills and the Chiefs, and at least for now, probably the Vikings, the Eagles, the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Those teams will probably get multiple Thursday night games because they're relevant right now. To be fair, Minnesota's only really relevant because Justin Jefferson exists.
Yeah.
But you want to put that motherfucker on primetime. You just do.
And he usually that works like clockwork. The first Thursday, the team usually wins. And then the second Thursday, they get the dick stomped out of them because they're fucking dog tired and not completely,
the first
rested.
Thursday is going to suck anyways. They all suck. You get 3 days to recover and prepare.
Mm-hmm.
That's shit.
Yeah.
And not all NFL teams are guaranteed a primetime spot anymore.
Yeah.
Which I'm honestly okay with. I'm sorry. In the years the Vikings are fucking shitty, I don't need to see them on Monday Night Football 4 times to watch them get shithoused. If you're a Cardinals fan this year, you don't want the Cardinals to be the only team on TV ever. You
Yeah.
don't. Because it'll be bad and the whole world gets to watch that it's bad. It's not just like
Yeah.
you see in the sidebar, damn, the Cardinals lost by 30. The entire world being forced to watch it. It wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
go good.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be happy.
I'm already excited for fantasy. I don't know why I always suck, but
This dude and his fantasy.
I don't know. It just gives me something to do in the wintertime. In the fall. It just gives me something to do on my phone.
Yeah. Extend the regular season by 2 weeks and give each team 2 additional buys? No.
Mhm.
I do think they should extend the season 1 more week total. You get 2 bye weeks. I think that's valid. Also,
Right.
I think you should just cut the Pro Bowl week out entirely.
I
I
agree
really
with that
do.
too. Yeah.
There's no fucking point.
Yeah.
Have all
Well,
NFL teams. We don't need Pro Bowls. They're not. The game's boring, and they
Yeah.
don't do enough of the cool skills competitions for me to care. And
Mhm.
the players I'd want to see in them don't go anyways.
Yep.
Like, yeah, next year I do want the competition. Let's say they don't make it to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I want to see Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Trying to think of other quarterbacks with cannons. Those are the two that come to your head first.
Justin Fields.
Yeah, Justin Fields does have a bit of a cannon. Rodgers, I want to see those dudes do what they used to do in the early 2000s, the just throwing competition. Just go fucking chuck it. I just want to see you fuckers chuck it.
I just want to watch Josh Allen throw 80 yards like it's nothing.
I just want to see the battle that him and Mahomes could do.
Right.
And then somebody surprising like Fields or Rodgers just kind of hanging with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not saying they have to be like right there, but like just make it interesting. That'd be cool.
Within 8 yards, 10 yards of,
Because like Burrow doesn't have that kind of arm. Lamar doesn't have that kind of fucking. Oh, Herbert. That's who I was forgetting.
Yeah. Yep.
Duh.
Yep.
Just give me those 3. I don't really care if anybody else is involved. Maybe
Herbert.
Trey Lance, but he would have to make the Pro Bowl, which would be tough.
In the accuracy competition, I'd throw Trevor Lawrence in there.
Anthony Richardson would be interesting too.
Yeah.
The rookie, because cannon. Give me those 4 quarterbacks. I just want to watch them chuck it.
And then I like the accuracy ones. Like there's a lot of quarterbacks like Trevor Lawrence and people like that would be good to, cool to watch.
Cousins and Wilson do a great job every year. They win it almost every year. But give me T-Law. I want to see some Trevor Lawrence doing that shit. Dice him. Joe Burrow would dice. I think that's the thing, people. Yes, the ability to chuck it 90 yards, like only those like 5 dudes can do, is cool. But that doesn't make any of the other quarterbacks bad. Like Joe Burrow does not have a cannon like that. He can just dice you up. Trevor Lawrence has a good arm, but he's just more of a dice you up type guy, which is valid. And I'm cool. I'm down to watch it.
And he's got the talent to dice you up with.
Interesting. So I don't know. You know how headlines are. I don't know where this is passing through and, if it's even a Biden proposed thing, but whatever. The idea of this is cool. I'm just reading the headline. I don't want to argue about it, is my point here. President Biden and his administration are writing new rules requiring airlines to compensate passengers for significant flight delays or cancellations when the carriers are responsible. This year, it's a proposal for a rule, but I'm sure it'll get passed, that'll make it mandatory, not voluntary, but mandatory for all U.S. airlines to compensate you with meals, hotels, taxis, ride shares, rebooking fees, and cash miles or travel vouchers whenever they're the ones to blame for the cancellation or delay. That's all on top of refunding you the cost of your ticket.
Yep.
That's a W. Don't care.
Yeah.
W.
So I heard about this. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But the airlines don't like this idea of not having a choice. So they were already on top of that, saying that we'll do that voluntarily. So now they're already advertising, we'll provide meal plans.
You never
we'll do
have. So fuck you.
Right. I still think it should be passed and should be a mandatory thing because they screw people over so much.
Yep.
So much, and it's just
and
not
when it
right.
becomes law, when your flight gets canceled and they try to say it wasn't their fault, you get to report it now.
Mm-hmm.
And airlines will learn it is cheaper to just fix all of these issues than to deal with the lawsuit that comes if you don't.
Right.
Because you broke a law. This is an easy thing to win.
Yeah. and my thing is the reason why they're having so many issues is they're overbooking. Like, they don't have the manpower right now to have the amount of flights that they're having. And so they're overbooking flights, which is causing delays, causing problems. And then when it happens, they're just like, well, oh, well, it sucks to be you, which I think is bullshit. And I think it's theft. I mean, because you paid for something and they didn't hold up their end of the deal. Even if it's you had to wait 4 hours or something, if there's not a legitimate, okay, the plane has a mechanical problem, that's not their fault. That it's a machine. Mechanical problems happen. I still think people should be compensated because you got to sit there and wait for the machine, for it to be fixed, or you get another flight or whatever. Those people still have to eat. And people should not have to pay money to eat and rest and
whatever because your shit was kind of fucked.
Yeah, exactly. You are responsible for your passengers and the people that are there to be a passenger. And that's how I feel about that. Just like if you hop in a vehicle with me and I'm intoxicated and I get in a car accident and you die, I am responsible for you because you are my passenger. And therefore I can get vehicular manslaughter or anything like that. No different. It should be no different for airlines. You need to take care of your passengers.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Dude, no, I'm gonna keep arguing about this. I love that I don't get replies from people when I just make them look like a fucking idiot. So, people were talking about Star Wars earlier, because of course they were. And, shows the ending of Revenge of the Sith, Anakin and Padme, because somebody brought up, Padme might have been able to turn Anakin back to the light had this motherfucker not showed up and stood in the doorway like a cocky-ass bitch. Which is true. Obi-Wan did not help the situation at all. So somebody goes, Anakin massacred the Jedi, plotted to replace the Empire, warned Padme not to turn against him. Obi-Wan didn't push Anakin over the edge. He was already twisted and consumed by Darth Vader. So I saw some responses that I didn't really love. Somebody goes, he unalived a bunch of children before this. Padme could not have talked him out of it. And I was like, oh, kind of like when our Anakin already did that once in the series, like 5 years prior. I slaughtered them. Not just the men, but the women and the children too. He did that without going fully dark, and Padme was able to walk him back. That exact situation that already existed once.
Oh, you mean like almost like what happens later on in the movie, as how he kind of ends up dying, and how he dies later. He comes back to the light.
Yeah. He still does end up coming back to the light. And what's the thing that pulls him back? His family. That thing he grew that stupid attachment to that caused all of this in the first place. Padme might have been able to walk him back if Obi wasn't there. Maybe not, but maybe.
there's a good possibility.
That's the thing.
Especially since
I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but pretending that it's impossible that she could have is stupid. Because then how does Luke get him to turn back eventually? Like, come on now.
Yeah, especially since they probably would have been like, he probably would have been like, well, come with me, we'll disappear, and it'll just be us, and he
Right?
could protect her and keep her from dying, or in his way, he might think that he's protecting her and keeping her from dying.
Once she doesn't die, Anakin turns back anyways. I'm almost sure.
And then he realizes he's been manipulated this whole time, and he's gonna.
Yep.
He's gonna go
actually,
after...
he might not turn back. He might just go full dark just to kill Palpatine.
Right.
But
it's dark, but
Anakin
it's not
going full fuck around and find out would be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that one was annoying. And then I had to correct. Dude has 3 million subscribers. His whole thing is talking about Star Wars. He posts this picture. You can only bring one Legends character back into canon. Who do you pick? And it's Darth Nihilus, Starkiller, Darth Malak, Jason and Jaina Solo, Mara Jade, and Darth Plagueis. I had to quote tweet it because the dude whose entire job is to know Star Wars doesn't know it. Plagueis and Nihilus are canon characters. How do you bring a canon character back into canon? Now, the stories we know of them aren't, but the characters themselves are. Mm-hmm. Plagueis can never be removed from canon. He was mentioned in Revenge of the Sith. Mm-hmm. You can't get rid of that guy. And Nihilus, along with Darth Revan and Darth Tenebris and one other fucker, were mentioned in The Rise of Skywalker. They were names of different fleets of Imperial ships. Mm-hmm. Because all of the Imperial ships were named after some of the greatest Sith Lords. Mm-hmm. Ergo, Nihilus is canon. Now, all of the feats that we know of from the one video game may not be, but the character is.
Right.
Which means we can get stories about him later. So cool. Like, fucking A. You are literally known as the Star Wars guy, but you're too fucking stupid to understand this. This is the same guy I argued the Luke thing with, because he just doesn't understand Luke's character at all. Yeah. Like, I don't like The Last Jedi, and you know that. But
I'm just wondering why you don't have 3 million followers. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's going to happen at some point. But
I hope so. But goddamn, I don't know. Because I'm not cunty enough. I only yell at my friends. I don't just attack random people for being stupid. Or attack random people with my opinion because only mine can be right. I don't do that. Now, I do correct people on the internet a lot. This is true. But I correct them with facts, not opinions. I don't hit you with the, well, actually, I think it's, no, well, actually, this is what the fuck happened. It's not my fault you don't understand that. I'm sorry. And I'm just not douchey enough about it. I just lay it out there.
Yeah.
Which is part of it.
People can't hold, the problem is you know too much, so people can't hold a conversation with you.
Well, you can hold they can't hold an argument. Yeah.
Yeah, they can't
That's
hold
not how this works. It's not how any of this works.
Any of this works. Yeah.
So there's been this little bit of a trend going around on Twitter of you say whatever your name is and then your wide receiver brand or your quarterback brand, and it's like the 4 quarterbacks you talk about and hype up the most. Mine definitely has to be the weirdest group. Lamar, Jalen Hurts, Teddy Bridgewater, and Trevor Lawrence. Has to be the weirdest group. Same with my wide receivers, though. You know, Justin Jefferson, obviously. And then Quentin Johnston, Adam Thielen, and Rashad Bateman. Only one of those guys is really good at this point. So, but hey, those are my guys. They just are. It is what it is. It's tough. Everybody else's is like Miller Footballs does have one quarterback who sucks. Well, might suck in his list because it's Fields, Herbert, Hurts, and Jaron Hall, who is the Vikings' third stringer at this point, the BYU kid. But I also liked that kid coming out of college. He's just 25 and injury prone, so.
I mean, it's an interesting take, that's for sure. An interesting list.
Yeah. I also had to fight with Grayson over WWE things because, the brand split has officially happened, but the women's tag titles are being fought for on SmackDown, even though the people who won them were on Raw. Yeah, because I think they're doing this with the men's tag team titles as well, which would be smart. The women's tag team titles have always been fought for across both brands because there aren't enough female tag teams for two separate belts. So you just have the one, and then you fight on both brands, which is how the men's one should work too, because I'm sick of having random tag teams that, there's no story. It's just, we're going to have Brock Lesnar and James Ellsworth tag team tonight to get a title match. No. Have tag teams that matter on both brands. The champion goes back and forth. Then when they lose, they go to the brand they were drafted to and fuck off for a while the new champion goes back and forth. That's okay. We don't need a billion tag teams just 'cause. And so I was like, so I mentioned that they've always been fought for on both brands. And he goes, but they don't have to be. And I'm like, how many women's tag teams do you think there are? And he goes, there's plenty. They just drafted a few from NXT. You can also create new tag teams. And I'm like, how many female wrestlers do you think there are? For tag teams to be interesting, they can't just be randomly formed. You got to take the time and the storyline to build it. And then once you're in a tag team, you are a tag performer, no longer a solo performer. So you'd have to take talent out of running for the big championships to put in the tag teams, which is okay, but you only have so many wrestlers. Yeah, I understand that, but you're acting like it's an impossibility. I'm like, you're right. It's not impossible. It would just turn the women's division into being only tag teams, and every tag team would be boring and make no fucking sense. And, having it be split between brands allows good tag teams on both brands without hurting the solo wrestlers. And then he tried to act smart about it. Grayson's going to love that we brought him up again. He gets mad when he doesn't get brought up on shows.
Fair enough. I mean,
yeah. Liv Morgan was a solo wrestler after Live for Brutality broke up. Doesn't mean she's incapable of being both a tag partner and a solo talent. Same goes for different male talents. I'm like, I never said they had to be incapable. You just can't do both at the same time. It's just not allowed. You don't get to.
The other.
Yep, you either are a tag team, a tag partner, or a solo talent. You don't do both. Now, yes, the solo talents do get involved in tag matches once in a while. Not for championships, not for feuds. Like, sometimes it's a Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa up against Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. That was advertised at one point. Like, sure, those are okay because it's two people going after the two people and there's reasons and it makes sense, but it's not a big feud. It's a one-match type of thing. You just want to get involved. You want to get some story, whatever. It's fine. And then he gave up. So he realized what was going on. He's like, you're right. I'm just annoyed that both tags aren't brand locked, but both have been drafted, which I think the whole point, that's why they unified the men's tag team belts. Hopefully we get new belts soon and it's not 4 total belts. Each guy has 2. That's stupid. But, the whole point is that those aren't going to be brand locked either. They just float. Whoever holds them floats. And then you lose and it goes away. What the fuck is Goth IHOP?
I don't know. It kind of sounds amazing, though.
Oh, what the fuck is this? Okay. These are fake pins that are, you can only choose 3 of these to be real. Alt Arby's, Bimbo Burger King. I don't know what the Chick-fil-A one is. There's like a light on it, so I can't read it. Something
Oh.
Chick-fil-A. Cat Girl Chipotle. So that might also be Cat Girl Chick-fil-A. I don't fucking know. Dilf Buffalo Wild Wings? Can't tell what that letter's supposed to be. This is a horrible picture. E-Girl Applebee's. Femboy Hooters. Fem Domino's. Goth IHOP. Himbo Pizza Hut. MILF Denny's. Monster Girl McDonald's. Power Bottom Panera. Subway. Tomboy Outback, Trans Taco Bell, and Waifu Wendy's.
I don't know.
Goth IHOP is a guarantee. That's it.
That's the one I'm going with.
But we
That
can pick
sounds
3 to
amazing.
be real. So Goth
make
IHOP.
black- Goth IHOP. Goth IHOP. The third to the last one, whatever that one.
Tomboy Outback or
No,
Subway?
before that.
Power Bottom Panera?
Yeah.
That name is
I'd go
funny. I'd
Power Bottom Panera.
E-Girl Applebee's. That might work.
And that one. Yeah, I'll go with that one.
Sure. Goth IHOP is the only correct answer, though.
They make black pancakes with like red food coloring syrup that looks like blood. Pretty great.
Yeah, Goth IHOP. Yeah. Apparently, a bunch of goth chicks made Goth IHOP shirts and are now, showing what the waitresses would look like. Yes. Yes. Goth IHOP. Thank you.
I am Mr. Wonder, and I approve this message.
Why is this Jon Snow at a McDonald's? All right. Moving on. What are other people choosing? I don't want to know, actually. Twitter's a weird place. We're going to move on.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know why Goth IHOP was trending, but there we go.
Oh, man. I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
Why not?
Because I don't want to. Okay?
Why?
Because I just want it to be where I work 2 or 3 hours a day and then have the rest of my time to go do something. I'm going to get a gym membership.
A Jimberman?
Jimberman. To the place in Torrington, the T-Town.
Yeah, I'd go with you,
And-
but you'll just go to the gym right after work, probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah, probably. 'Cause
Which,
I'll have to go back
Yeah.
within my time crap, and then we'll probably head over there.
Right. So you wouldn't already be back here. And like the whole reason I don't have a gym membership is because it costs a lot to drive back and forth.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and also the gym membership is
together
kind of
would be
expensive
dope.
itself.
Yeah. But it's like if I could go with somebody and that would also have somebody to keep me accountable, like, hey, you gotta
Right.
go.
Yeah, get your ass in the vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's real easy for me to go, nah, I got other work to do. Fuck off.
Yeah, well, and I'll be working out with one of my coworkers' daughters. So
I know that one probably.
yeah, you do. She's been nagging on me to
Go to the gym with her?
get less fat. Yeah. She
Valid.
just needs somebody to spot most of the time because she doesn't ever have anybody there to spot.
That's valid.
And then I don't know, I do my thing usually. I usually like to start off with like stair climbers or something like that to get warmed up, which stair climbers suck. And then once I'm warm, I kind of do a little bit of an arm workout to get my upper body kind of warmed up, and then I just go through and start doing my, leg day or arm day or pec day or back day, or you know, I got to figure out what days of the week I'm going to be designating things
Yeah.
because I'll have lots of time. Hopefully, I'm hoping to be done by 9:30.
I really don't know if that's going to be a thing. I think that's a little early for you, bud.
It shouldn't be. Once the water's all regulated, I mean, I could just pretty much haul ass through my ride. And I mean, it should take me longer to drive over there than to actually hopefully do the ride, even though it's a longer ride, but everybody kind of knows how to take care of themselves. And all I got to do is really worry about, making sure everything's clean, the screens are clean. And then the one bad screen I have is automatic. I just walk up there and push a button and all the crap falls over here. And then I just push it out of the way with a backhoe, and then I'm done with that screen.
Uh,
You look puzzled.
yeah, I think Charles Barkley is just in that saying things to say things era.
Maybe.
On NBA TV tonight, I think, Charles Barkley said he despises sports being broadcast on the radio. It's the stupidest thing in the world. Why? What's wrong with more platforms being available to like see or hear or whatever consume sports? Why is this a problem? I don't understand.
Because you don't get to see me do cool stuff.
I don't care. Sometimes all I can do is hear it on the radio.
All right. The radio announcer might not be doing a good enough job at projecting how good I am.
Yeah, I guess not. Maybe. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Wild. Wild. But yeah. Well, that's probably all I got. What about you? You got any other words?
No, I'm gonna go get a little bit of salad.
I have words. I totally
Okay.
forgot about. So Twitch has a problem.
Oh,
They're probably about to lose the majority of their biggest streamers.
really?
So when you hit partner and then negotiate a contract with Twitch, you can negotiate a bigger split for your revenue. So instead of 50-50 like mine is, so like anytime you subscribe to my channel, instead of me getting the $5 that you pay, I get
Mm-hmm.
about, it's actually less than 50-50 because I get about $2.48.
Mm-hmm.
As a partner, the split goes to 70-30, except they're removing the 70-30 split. It's going to be 50-50 for everybody. While Kick is out here advertising 95-5 as their split, and YouTube is, I think, 70-30 or 60-40. Twitch is going to have the lowest split of anywhere, while also having the lowest ad revenue of anywhere.
Oh,
Yeah. I keep seeing
that's a
partnered
problem.
streamers going like, so who else is considering leaving Twitch for Kick or YouTube? And it's like, oh. I mean, that could be good for a lot of smaller streamers, but also maybe
Right.
not. Because if the big streamers go, the audiences might as well.
Yeah,
Which
that's
could
true.
be a
But
problem. But also, with
I
how
mean,
big Twitch is, I don't think that's what happens.
right. But what'll probably happen is they'll still follow the big streamer, but they'll still have Twitch downloaded, and
Right.
that might cause them to. Well, I like the way the Twitch's platform is ran, so it's easier to navigate or something like that, and they keep Twitch and
Yeah.
then they start looking for other people to watch.
Yep. Like, could be good, could be bad. I don't know. I'm not allowed to stream on Kick, apparently. I have tried for months and months. Basically, since Kick came out, I created an account like the day it released because I wanted to make sure the Geek Slays nobody else could own that name. Like that's a
Right.
big thing. Even if I never plan on using the platform, unless it's a platform that I just think is ridiculously stupid,
Uh-huh.
or weird, I sign up for it. Whether I use it ever or not doesn't matter. I want to make sure the Geek Slays is owned by me. I don't want,
Right.
if I ever decide to use that platform, I don't want to have to pay to have my name,
Mm-hmm.
or I don't want somebody pretending to be me with exactly my name.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so yeah. Um, but I've tried to stream on Kick. It just won't let me. My OBS will not connect.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I got it figured out the one night, went to go play, like, I started to stream, it, like, started up on Kick, and I was like, cool, so I ended it, waited for Anthony to get on, clicked start the stream, and it just kept disconnecting. It would never actually go live.
Huh.
It was just OBS disconnected, reconnected, disconnected, reconnected. And it does that every time I've tried. I can't stream on Kick. So, not moving there. And YouTube's weird, man. YouTube continues to say that, like, streaming on your main account doesn't actually hamper video views in the algorithm. Except every brand I've ever seen continues to tell me how it does affect your video views with the algorithm. The more you stream, the less video views you get on videos because watch time is weird and goofy. And
Yeah.
it's like, so YouTube tells you it doesn't matter when it does, and then it's a big fucking issue. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's just tough.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be a good thing, bad thing. I guess we'll just wait and see.
Yeah.
Once they figure out, oh shit, we're gonna lose all our money makers, they're probably gonna be like, never mind, I'm not gonna do that.
See, but will they?
Maybe.
They lost all of their money makers. The biggest streamers in the world, Doc and Tim and Courage and Dr. Lupo and Ninja and Shroud and all of them, Valkyrie, they all left. And Twitch never noticed. Like, I don't know if it matters. Because that is the one thing in this space that is a good and a bad thing. There's always somebody else. There's always somebody else waiting to take that spot.
There's always a smaller fish.
Yeah. That is just waiting for their chance to jump into the big pond.
Right.
It's me. I am that fish.
Fair enough.
Oh, goodness. Well, now I think that was all we had for this show. So,
sounds good to me. I'm gonna go get some salad and
that's all we got
for me.
So, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.